Dear students of class 8A and 8B, you are welcome to this history and civics class. The lesson which already I have introduced to you, what is the name of this lesson, do you know? The name of this lesson is Rise of Nationalism and the Indian National Movement. Rise of Nationalism and the Indian National Movement. Lesson number 13, chapter 13, topic Rise of Nationalism. Rise of nationalism and the Indian National Movement. Indian National Movement. Clear, my dear child? Rise of nationalism and the Indian National Movement. Okay. Now, first point already I have discussed. Second point I am going to start from next point. Impact of modern education. The cultural awakening. Cultural awakening. What is cultural awakening? Cultural awakening. Cultural awakening. What is this? You know, the reform movement started under the guidelines of a number of social reformers. The social reformers dedicated their lives for the cause of social upliftment, religious upliftment, cultural upliftment, and the society which was lagging behind because of the illiteracy, poverty, that the members of that very society were upgraded by the social reformers. Now they receive education, the knowledge of different countries of the world from time to time, and then there came cultural awakening among them. They were able to enjoy all these things with an environment where people started gaining knowledge of different countries of the world, different cultures, different languages, different lifestyles, different etiquettes, different system of governance. Each and every point they came to know while reading books. So these things gave a rise of cultural awakening among them. You know, William Jones, who came to India, he included the Mauryans, he included the golden age under the Guptas, he described the rule of the Mughals. So the knowledge which was unknown to them, they now received the knowledge about Indian rulers. Indian rulers and rulers of different countries of the world. These findings made Indians take pride in their past and generate faith in Indian culture and religion. The old and traditional system of education did not allow them to read Indian history long or in detail, but in course of time, some English educationists realized that the knowledge of not only foreign countries would be good for them, but at the same time, the knowledge of their own country, the knowledge and the history of the own country they are living should be acquired, should be gained by them. But how? He clarified the lifestyles, the culture, administrative skills, foreign policies, and other activities of different rulers of India who came to India from foreign countries, established their rule and introduced their own governance, own technique, own method, own skills, own talents, own strategies. And for that reason, my dear students, the knowledge of the past history of India was very important to them. It was William Jones opened a new door to them, and the people of India, they read out the past history of India, the activities of the Gupta rulers, the activities of the Maurya rulers, the activities of the Mughal rulers, the religion, the social reforms that were used in Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, Ramakrishna Mission and the Theosophical Society encouraged people to think and act in a rational manner. The social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekananda, Jyotiba Phule, Narayan Guru, and so on. They one after one dedicated their lives for the noble cause of social upliftment throughout the whole country, for the all-round development of the country. It was Raja Ram Mohan Roy established the Brahmo Samaj. Swami Dayanand Saraswati established the Arya Samaj. Now why? Why was it? Because of the reason they wanted to open a new door to those people lagging behind, had no knowledge, but had curiosity, had thirst for knowledge, wanted to be a part of it. Only because of that reason, one Irish lady came from Ireland to our country and set up the Theosophical Society. Can you mention the name? Who was she? She was one Irish lady. That very Irish lady dedicated her life for the noble cause of country's freedom. Because once the movement started from Ireland, she decided to spread it throughout the country India. Why? Because she was Annie Besant, an Irish lady who was determined to introduce the same technique, same method of movement what she once introduced in Ireland. She heard a lot about the miserable conditions of Indian people. She was a very sympathetic and kind-hearted person. On hearing the miserable conditions of the Indian people, she decided to come to India, came with a view to remove all distress of the Indian people. That's why she set up the Theosophical Society, another social reformer. Later she became the President of Indian National Congress. Later on, you will come to know in detail about her. She was great lady of Indian history, great lady. Although she was an Irish lady, yet she dedicated her life for the cause and for the all-round development of India and Indian people. She was Annie Besant. And next point, my dear students, next point, that is impact of modern education. Impact of modern education. Impact of modern education. The introduction to modern education was one of the most significant contributions of the British that led to the growth of Indian nationalism. The old and traditional system of education under the gurus in Pathshalas and Maktabas obstructed the way of spreading knowledge among the Indians. Because the technique they introduced was wrong. The old and traditional system of education was an utter failure. But the people of India, they couldn't understand it. They could not realize it. Why? Because their knowledge was incomplete knowledge. They were forced to receive knowledge as much as they required. But the teacher who would teach them, they did not know that they should gain more and more knowledge from them. But they were forced to receive it, that much knowledge. Yes, today's teaching is up to this. Now, next day. And if any question was raised from their side, they were forced to stop their mouth. They were forced to seal their mouth. That means the student did not have any right to ask any question. That means the teacher, that means the teacher's knowledge also is imperfect. The teacher cannot answer any question asked by any student. So with this minimum knowledge, minimum education, not maximum, minimum education, minimum knowledge, the teacher taught them. That's why students teaching, students learning, students education would become incomplete. The British first realized it and introduced a new system of education, a modern system of education for the people of India. That's why, my dear students, it is said that it was a very significant contributions of the Britishers. They introduced modern system of education as medium of, as English as medium of instruction. Introduced the modern system of education, English as the medium of instruction. So it brought about a repercussion among the Indians. Modern system of education made them modern men, which led to the growth of Indian nationalism, which encouraged them to inspire other Indians to be united against a rule, basically are with the foreigners. In order to stop the rule under the foreigners, they needed to be united. The birth of Indian nationalism helped them to be united. The birth of social and cultural awakening encouraged them to be united. The people who hardly could expect that the day would come, they would be able to be free from foreign control. Now they decided to get it realized. How? By organizing movements. And the movements which they started against the foreign rule, they needed good leaders. And to be good leaders, education, knowledge was very, very important. To be a good leader, a person is supposed to acquire good knowledge, education, culture, manners, etiquettes. These are the most important things a person should have. Otherwise, a person cannot become a leader. Because a leader should have a sense of responsibility for each and every person. The leader will find out ways of development, growth. That's why each and every person gain knowledge through the newly introduced education system of the Britishers. As a result, it also gave not only the birth of Indian nationalism, but also gave a birth of a number of leaders on being educated under the system of the Britishers. They became complete leaders. Some of them they passed ICS, some of them they joined the British administration. So these English educated people of India, in course of time, they joined Indian national movement against the British. Some of them who joined the British administration as clerks, later on they changed their decisions and joined Indian national movement as the freedom fighters, because they felt that making the country free from foreign control, foreign rule was more important than their services, because they all belonged to rich family, prosperous family. That's why money was not factored to them. What was factored? The factor was making the country free from British rule. That's why later that group of people became leaders of India, joined Indian national movement and started agitation, organized a number of movements against them. You know, the question is, how did the British system of education encourage Indian people to be educated? The modern education brought Indians in touch with the works of different, poets, different, social reformers, political thinkers, humanists. Who were there? John Milton, Thomas Paine, Burke, I.S. Mill, Spencer, Locke, Rousseau, Massenet. They all helped them a lot to invite the ideas of the main concept of the French Revolution. Do you know the main concept of the French Revolution which occurred in the year 1789? What was the concept of the French Revolution which occurred in France in the year 1789? The concept was liberty, equality and fraternity, my dear students. The liberty, equality and fraternity, it was the main concept, it was the main, liberty, equality and fraternity. Liberty, equality and fraternity. It was a great cause for the people of India, not only, but the people of the world who were basically oppressed class people. The people who were oppressed under foreign rules. By making their own country free from an oppressive ruler. That very oppressive ruler, who was that very oppressive ruler? Louis XVI, who actually belonged to the same country, France. But he was an oppressive ruler. Now, the people of France for the first time showed. Earlier, another group of people of America, they also showed the technique of method of organizing movements against foreign rule. Because America once was occupied by the British, made it their colony in order to use natural resources of America, in order to earn a lot of money from the traders of America. but it harmed the sentiments of the American people. As a result, the American people revolted under the leadership of George Washington. They fought against the British soldiers and defeated them and made their country free from foreign control and established an example. That act of bravery encouraged the people of France. So the people of France who were under the oppressive rule of Louis XVI, now they decided to make their country free from the oppressive rule of Louis XVI. Louis XVI was guillotinized. All the imprisoners who were imprisoned by Louis XVI in the Bastille Fort, the revolutionaries broke the main gate of the Bastille Fort, set them free. They came out of the jail, joined the revolutionaries and raised the first flag of France in front of the Bastille Fort, which witnessed a historical era. That era was known as the French Revolution, which occurred in the year 1789, my dear students, and the concept of liberty, equality and fraternity was introduced by the revolutionaries. That wave of anger, that wave of bravery, that wave of inspirations encouraged all the people of the whole world who were under oppression. Our country was like that. The people of India, they were influenced by the ideas of the French revolutionaries with the concept liberty, equality and fraternity. It encouraged them. Explanation of different social activities, reformers, poets, novelists also helped them to imbibe the ideas of liberty, equality and fraternity. As a result, the concept of democracy came. They first came to know what was democracy, what was national freedom. The pioneers of Indian nationalism were moved by the aspirations for self-government in India, self-government, political power and national representative institutions. And as I mentioned earlier, that one Irish lady came to India demanding the self-government in India, that demand they raised from their own country, Ireland. Now, on reaching India, that very Irish lady once again demanded the same demand before the British. Self-government means national representative institution, self-government, political power. They required political power, self-government. And for that reason, my dear students, the people of India, they were grateful to the Britishers since the Britishers introduced the modern system of education which gave the birth of Indian nationalism. And people of India, they set up their political organization later, the Indian National Congress. Up to this, my dear students. Next day, the remaining points will be thoroughly discussed, thoroughly taught to you.